if we wanted to talk from a mole to another point, what we call molar mass. What is the meaning of molar mass? It means that the mass of 1 mole of any kind of substance. Suppose here we have chemicals don't come bundled in moles like a dozen. It comes in a dozen or have a dozen package. So here we have mole as grouping a unit. Mole means 1 unit. Okay, the mass of 1 mole of a pure substance here called its molar mass. So we have the meaning of molar mass. It is the mass of 1 mole of pure substance that we have. If we want to produce 500 grams of methanol using the following equation, we have carbon dioxide and hydrogen gas to produce methanol or methyl alcohol CH3OH and H2O plus H2O. So here we have what? We have carbon dioxide adding to it hydrogen gas. The producing what? How many grams of carbon dioxide and hydrogen do I need? I need what? I need how many grams? We can measure it by, there are many questions that stoichemistry can answer it. The first one, what do we need to know the answer of this question? If we want to produce 500 grams of methanol using the following equation, we take how many grams of carbon dioxide and how many grams of hydrogen that we need. This equation relates to what? Relates to a reactant or amount of reactant or molecules of reactant and the products, not their masses. Okay, so we need molecules to get the amount of it. 1 molecule of or 1 mole means that we take 1 molecule of carbon dioxide and 3 molecules of hydrogen to produce or to make 1 molecule of methanol gas. Okay, so here we have the amount produced here, 1 molecule also. So we need to relate masses to the number of molecules. Okay, we can measure it or we can take the amount that we can deal with number of molecules. Okay, suppose we haven't any masses as they are very small in amount, we have here number of molecules that we get. If we have 1 molecule of carbon dioxide and 3 molecules of hydrogen here in the equation, that we will give 1 molecule of methanol. Okay, so relating mass to mole, what is the relation of mass to mole? Remember, there is average mass of any substance or any element found in the periodic table that we will discuss it, or they will give us the atomic weight or atomic mass from the table, or give us the periodic table and we can get out the atomic weight or atomic mass from it to measure the mass of 1 mole of substance. We want to make a relation between mass and mole, so we can measure the molar mass. Means that we can take 1 mole of substance or 1 molecule relating to its atomic mass. So we take the atomic masses of the atoms inside the compound or inside a molecule and make summation to them to make the mass of 1 mole of this substance. Okay, we use the atomic masses on the periodic table to relate the masses of compound to the mass of a mole. We have a constant or fixed atomic masses inside the periodic table to collect them to measure the mole. Okay, molar mass and molar or formula mass. How we can compare between them according to the kind of compound or element. Okay, if we have molar mass, there is difference between them. Okay, molar mass means the mass in grams of 1 mole of a molecule or formula unit. Any kind of them, we call them molar mass. Okay, the other one, molecular mass. What is the difference between them? It depends on what? It depends on the kind of substance. If we have a covalent compound only, so we can call it molecular mass. Mass in atomic mass unit of just one molecule of a substance. It means that we take a kind of substance that relating to covalent compound only. Okay, another meaning we have formula unit. Formula unit, we have here mass in atomic mass units of one formula unit of an ionic compounds. This relating to the kind of ionic compounds only or ionic bond that relates to it. Okay, so if we make a difference between each of them, molar mass means any element or any compound. Okay, mass of 1 mole of substance. Okay, molecular mass means that we take a kind of compound, covalent compound. So we measure atomic mass unit of 1 molecule of this covalent compound. And the other one, formula mass. So we take atomic mass unit of formula unit of ionic compound. Okay, this is the difference between each one of the definitions here. So, relating the mass of an atom to the mass of a mole of a substance, how we can make a difference between them? At first step of our that we start with, find the average atomic mass of the element on the periodic table. Okay, we will take it to you, everyone, to calculate the mole. Okay, state in grams instead of what atomic unit. Okay, if we take atomic mass unit, it is the measuring unit here inside the periodic table. So we remove the atomic mass unit for the mole and we put gram replacing it. Okay, so we take the amount of atomic mass that we give to you from the periodic table. Okay, if we have here the molar mass of iron, how we can measure it? Okay, it's from the table. It's equal 55.847 gram. Okay, so another one, molar mass of platinum equal 195.08 gram. So it is the molar mass from what? From inside the table. How we can measure it? It's a metal, consists of one atom. So here we have 1 mole of substance or 1 mole of iron. It means that molar mass of iron equal the same as we taken from the table, as its element consists of one atom only. Okay, if the element is a molecule here, we must count what? Count the number of atoms in a molecule, then multiplying them by the atomic mass by the number of atoms. We taken the atomic mass and multiplying the number of atoms times the atomic mass. So we get what? We get the number of moles inside the or molar mass of molecule. Okay, if we take an example, we have oxygen molecule here. The mass of one atom of oxygen 16 gram. Okay, there are two atoms in the what? In molecule of oxygen. So here we have two atoms times 16, that giving 32 gram is the molar mass of what? Of a molecule. We can measure the molar mass here of molecule of oxygen gas by taking number of atoms times its molar mass or its atomic mass. the mass of atom 16 times number of atoms inside the molecule, so it gives 32 gram at the end, and it is the molar mass of what? Of one molecule of oxygen gas. Okay, let's practice and make some discuss for the points that we have taken today. Okay, let's start. Calculate the molar mass of each of the following. We will make some exercises for the points that we are taking about. Okay, the first one we have nitrogen N2, chlorine Cl2, bromine Br2, iodine I2, and hydrogen H2, and fluorine F2. Okay, let's go. Okay, who know the answer? I think it's easy to know the answer. At our points, we will start with simple calculation here. Okay, how we can measure the molar mass? The first one, we calculate the molar mass of each of the following. Nitrogen, if we have nitrogen molecule and 2, we take 14, its atomic mass, time what? Time the number of atom inside the molecule. Okay, so we have 14 times 2, that give at the end 28.014 gram per mole. So the unit here will give for 1 mole gram per mole. Okay, the other one, chlorine Cl2, its atomic mass 35.453 times 2. Okay, it will give the molar mass here 70.906 gram per mole. Also, what? Also, bromine. Here we have bromine Br2. We take the atomic mass 79.904 times 2. It will give the molar mass 159.808 gram per mole. The other one, or the last one here, we have iodine, that its atomic mass 126.904 gram times 2 equal 253.808 gram per mole. Another one, I think it's easy for us in calculation. Hydrogen H2, its atomic mass 1 times 2, it will give 2 gram per mole. Also, fluorine F2, atomic mass 18.998 times 2, it will give 37.996 gram per mole. So it's easy for us to measure or to calculate what? Calculate molar mass. Okay, let's go to another point, or we can take example inside a reaction. Okay, if we want to make a reaction, the first step in it, count the number and type of atoms. This is the first one. Count the number and type of atoms. Second one, find the atomic mass of each atom type on the periodic table. Write it in gram. Remove the atomic mass unit and put it in a gram unit. So we can make the steps for calculating what the molar mass of any reaction. Multiplying the mass times the number or the any number of atoms, then add the total. Okay, I think it's easy steps for us to calculate the molar mass. Okay,